Seems legit. Laser. Hello legitimates, welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you some laser engraving on stainless steel metal. These are things that you can buy online and this 20-watt laser will engrave them. So we're going to start with a heart charm. This one is silver and I'm going to start with a picture. Now I use a coaster, but basically you just want any block of wood that you can put some blue tack on and stick it to. The reason I'm not sticking it directly to the honeycomb is because one, I don't want it to scratch, and two, you kind of lose the blue tack in the honeycomb because it pushes down instead of sitting flat on top. So I just decided that the coaster was the most helpful. So I'm going to lay it on, and then when to push it down, you don't want to use your raw finger. There's a lot of oils and stuff on your hands, and if you touch it, you'll leave a print. And I was just worried that it might affect the coloring of the engraving. So I used a plastic bag, but you can use whatever. So I'm going to first use that vertical cross to line it up so that the center hole at the top and the bottom of the point of the heart line up with the vertical line. And then we're going to set the distance. Now for each individual necklace that I did on this day, I set the distance to make sure that the blue tack hadn't changed the height at all, because that would affect the outcome. And I wanted to make them as awesome as possible. So now when we go to set marking, I'm going to go to the polygon feature. It shows like 5 different points, but you can actually do as many points as you want. So I think I end up doing about 8 for this. I do the center top so that you know where the center is, and then I work outwards, down. You also want to do the center bottom point of a heart to make sure that you can line up the top and bottom so that your design is centered, if nothing else. And then you're going to hit end marking and put your design in that hole. This is real-time lasering, so I did the settings that xtool provide for stainless steel necklace. So you just type that in and it'll pop up, and then you can pick the coloring from the option settings there. I did the one that was about 140 millimeters per second and 90% power, if I remember correctly. And that was the whole thing in real time, start to finish. So let's get a close-up of it. It says infinity and beyond. Let me pick it up so that we can see it a bit better. Getting reflection is kind of hard in videos, but you can see that it's awesome. This is the one that I did without the blue tack. You can see it went wonky, it's moved, it's not centered. So please always use blue tack or Play-Doh or something else to hold it in place. Let's do another one. This is the dog paw. So I like to shake it. I don't do that on camera for everything, but I literally shake it to make sure it won't fall off the blue tack. If it can't fall off the blue tack, it's not going to move from the air assist, which I do think is very important. And sorry about the random loud bird in the background. It's just flown over and decided to be really loud in my backyard. Anyway, so we are going to do the same thing where we set the distance because it will be slightly different. If you're in the same window and didn't open a new window for the new necklace, it's going to come up that the distance has changed. You just click OK because we knew that. And then we're going to again use that polygon feature to trace around the edge of everything. Alright, so again, we are going to line up the polygon feature. I want to make sure I get center top and center bottom. At the moment, I'm just twisting it so that the vertical line is centered on it, so at least it'll be straight, unless you're not going for straight, and that's fine too. So we're going to then push the button and mark around the edge. So even though it's small, a lot of points will help you most accurately get the center of your design. So don't be afraid to use 20 points on something. It's good to be able to get it centered. That's the whole point of this particular feature. And dog paws aren't exactly like an easy shape to do either. Which this particular dog paw is basically an upside down love heart with the 4 little points at the top. If you wanted to get super fancy, you could actually draw out the ovals of the paw pad finger parts, and you could put like a year in there. So if a dog had passed away and they want to commemorate their dog, you could put like 2024 on the 4 dog paws and then their name in the middle. It would be a lot more fiddly, but it would look amazing. So that's just an option. So that was the whole thing in real time. It's done already, and I'll pick it up so that you can see it. And there we go. So it says Luna. That is a font that actually comes with the xtool program. So here's another one I'm doing. This time I have copied and pasted the words that I'm doing. And so one of them will be an engrave. And then the second one, I'm going to do an outline on it as well. I'm pretty sure it was this one. So you can, the outline on the edge just helps clean up the edges to make them crisp and beautiful. You don't have to do it, but I have seen fiber lasers that tend to do that. So I'm basically stealing it from other videos I've seen just to make sure it's something that I want to happen. But it does kind of give a nice crisper edge to everything. So, and it doesn't take that much longer. So you can see it doing it here. It goes a little bit slower, but it's also got less power. Again, I used the score settings for stainless steel necklace. So I didn't have to really think about what settings to do. I'm just doing what it suggested. But by going around the edge, I feel like you just get a cleaner line. So that is entirely up to you. But you can see there, that looks amazing in the rose gold. So there we go.